When did a civilian surprise you with genuine kindness? It didn't happen in a dramatic way, like stepping off a plane to a crowd with flags. It happened on a random Tuesday, in the kind of place you'd never expect an old roadside diner with squeaky booths and a flickering neon sign. I wasn't fresh out of the service or marching in a dress uniform. I was just a tired guy in camo, dusty boots still on, stomach growling, and a head full of thoughts I didn't want to face. I slipped inside, hoping for a cheap meal and a little peace, not realizing that a stranger I'd never see again was about to leave a memory I'd carry forever. The waitress, maybe in her late 50s, noticed right away. She had practiced smile, server's wear, but when she asked if I wanted coffee and I admitted I couldn't really afford it, the smile softened into something else. She didn't argue. She just disappeared behind the counter and returned with a steaming mug, sliding it in front of me without a word. A few minutes later, she set down a plate piled high with pancakes, eggs, and bacon, nothing close to the cheap sandwich I'd actually ordered. I tried to correct her, but she leaned close and whispered, "It's on the house. Thank you for your service." My throat tightened so fast I could barely speak. It had been months since anyone thanked me for anything. But what truly floored me came when I went to pay. The waitress shook her head and said it was already covered. Confused, I looked around until I saw a man in a worn baseball cap standing near the door. He gave me a nod, tipped his hat, and simply said, "Take care of yourself, soldier." Before I could even open my mouth, he was gone. I sat there staring at the empty spot where he'd stood, the fork still in my hand, tears blurring my vision. Overseas, kindness was a currency you didn't trust. Back home, I braced for indifference or judgment. But in that tiny diner, two strangers, one with a smile, one with a quiet gesture, reminded me that genuine kindness doesn't always need a reason. It wasn't just about a free meal. It was about being treated like a person again, not just a uniform or a burden. They didn't know my story, didn't ask for details, didn't want anything in return. They gave me something I didn't even realize I was desperate for, a reminder that people still cared. I left a note folded in a napkin for the waitress, a shaky "thank you" scrawled across it, because I knew words would never be enough. But I promised myself right then I'd carry that moment forward. And I have, whether it's covering someone's coffee, paying for a stranger's meal, or just slowing down long enough to notice when someone else is quietly struggling. I couldn't tell you the name of that diner today, but I'll never forget the feeling of being seen, really seen, at the exact moment I needed it most.